start.
Oh, okay, shall we start now? This is the third virtual cafe. And is there anybody who participated in this virtual cafe before? This is the third time. Roseanne, is this your first time to participate in this? Okay, yeah. All right. So, in the past two virtual cafe, I did the same thing, and today the same thing. So, I just want to make sure that this is the first virtual cafe for you. Now, today I will co-host with Kusaki-san. So, Chris Yoshiko, could you say something?
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Yoshiko, and I'm talking to you from Funabashi City, which is in the just between Narita and Haneda International Airports. I'm glad to see you.
Okay, thank you. And also today we have Ma Saito, who is in charge of technical stuff. He will make a breakout session and so forth. Saito-san, could you say something? Just one more.
Hi. My name is Masatoshi Saito. Nickname is Ma-san. I speak English. I feel I technical support for you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So before starting, I want to just have a check-in, and I ask Kusaki-san to facilitate the check-in. Could you?
All right. Okay. So, hello everyone. We are going to check in just to warm up our voice. Kurt, I ask you two things. One is your name and where you are, and the second thing, what you want to get, what your interest in participating in the virtual cafe today. Are you right? So first one, who you are, where you are, and your interest in coming here today. So who's ready to start? Rosanna, you're smiling.
Okay.
I'm Rosanna von Saken. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. And I don't have any expectation today. I'm here with an open mind to learn from each other. And so I don't have anything specific that I'm looking for. And because it's my first time, I wasn't really sure how it's going to be done and what the topic really was. So I'm here with an open mind.
Wonderful. Okay, so could you ask someone who's going to be after you?
Yeah.
Okay, Tol.
Tol.
You're muted.
Who?
Hi, good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu, and good evening to Rosanna. So my name is Woodleg Utai. I'm from Chiang Mai, Thailand. Chiang Mai is in the northern of Thailand. And today also my first time, actually my second time, because the last virtual meeting I attend the last 10 minutes and I have no experience before. I didn't have specific objective. I just want to learn from others. Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful. Could you ask someone to introduce himself or herself after you?
Kasai-san.
Nancy? You are muted.
Nancy, you're muted. Could you open your microphone?
Okay, can you hear?
Sure.
It's all right.
Okay, sorry. My name is Naoko Nancy, and I'm living in Japan, and I'm now getting involved in IAF conference, and I'm in charge of university scholarship program. The reason why I'm here today is to introduce this wonderful virtual cafe to students who are now attending the will be attending the conference. Okay, thank you. And I have to say that we 3 or 4 of us students have to leave maybe 10:30 or 11:45 because we need to hold a meeting. Sorry about it.
Okay, so who are students? Could you raise your hand? Who are
Yeah.
students with Nancy?
And Riko Kurakata.
Kurakata-san.
Yeah, and then Rie is also our team member, so I'm so sorry about this.
Well, do not apologize at the beginning. American people laugh at Japanese. Apologize. Before
Okay,
starting the
maybe
speech.
too much. Okay.
No. It's not nothing. Right. So could you ask someone to speak after you?
So let's want to. Riko-san, can you hear us? Riko-san is in Morocco or in America now? Riko-san,
Morocco.
Morocco, yeah, she is in Morocco じゃないかな. Can
Do
you hear?
you hear us,
Yeah,
Rico?
she's muted.
Muted.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, can you introduce yourself quickly?
Okay. My name is Riko Kurakata. I'm studying about nursing in Tokyo, in St. Luke's International University in Tokyo. And so why I attended the meeting, recently I didn't attend the meeting, and I want to know now what's doing now to do. So nice to meet you.
Right, thank you. Could you ask someone to speak after you?
次の人誰か?
So maybe Takuya-san. Takuya-san.
Hello everyone, good morning and good evening. I'm Takuya, and I'm one of the students member holding Care Method for this IAF conference. And today I'm here to, last time I wasn't able to attend virtual cafe, so I just really was curious what's happening in this session, and yeah, that's basically it. So nice to meet you everyone.
Thank you.
So let me pass on to Miyake-san. Miyake Nakajima-san.
Could you introduce
Miyake.
yourself?
Ake-san.
Miyake-san.
Good morning. I'm just now jumping in this site. So the check-in time?
Yes.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm not the video appearing now. I'm sorry. And I have an appointment after this meeting, so I'm now preparing for that. So I'm sorry, I'm now on only the audio.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So could you ask someone to speak after you?
Who is not now?
Right. Okay, I ask. Who wants to speak? Maybe Gucho.
Mm.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Kazuhisa Iguchi. Please call me Gucho. Gucho in facilitation world. I ask someone call me Gucho in facilitation society. So I live in Nagoya now. I missed last 1 and 2 session, so I'm so happy to join the third virtual cafe. Actually, I don't know what I can do, I can get and in this session, but the virtual cafe looks very interesting. So I join. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. So who's going to be after Gucho?
Maybe Rie-san.
All right.
Yes. Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm Rie Yumoto in Osaka, Japan. So I support students and supported by students. So in virtual cafe, I interested in meeting variety people and talk with. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I think that everyone introduced himself or herself. So I'll pass the floor to Katori-san.
Okay, thank you, Kisaki-san. Now, let me. Well, this morning we are going to talk about conference topics, conference theme, which is, let me see. Yeah, this is the agenda for today. Now, I'm doing introduction now, and we are going to have a conversation, the World Cafe format. I think you're familiar with the World Cafe. Is there anybody who are going to join the World Cafe for your first time? Maybe not. Okay, everybody is aware of World Cafe. Okay, so we will have a small group conversation for 3 rounds, and at the end we'll have a whole group conversation called Harvest. The topics for today's World Cafe or Virtual Cafe is the conference theme, which is this. The co-creating learning community, the bridging boundaries within and between groups. This is a conference theme of the IAF Asia Conference 2018 in Osaka. So before starting, I will briefly explain how we developed this conference theme, and then we will have a conversation on this. Okay. In the last year, we had 10 dialogue sessions, either online World Cafe or face-to-face World Cafe. And the key question for the World Cafe was, what do we want to achieve at IAF Asia Conference 2018? So we talked about this, what do we want to achieve at the IAF Asia Conference? And then there emerged many keywords which express wishes for the IAF Asia Conference. This is some of the examples, some of the keywords of the concept which emerged out of our dialogue. For example, spanning boundaries, diversity and inclusion, facilitators' new role in VUCA age, redefining facilitators' role, seamlessly connecting real and virtual space. Actually, this was adopted as a key concept for the IAF Asia Conference. And courageous leadership, personal initiative, transformation, navigating a paradigm shift, facilitation evolution in VUCA age, collective wisdom, global perspective, collective wisdom. This is my favorite expression. My story, your story, and our story. Expanding facilitation opportunities, expanding new now and here, facilitators, and so forth. And out of this, we talked about this concept, and we came up with this conference theme, co-creating learning community, bridging boundaries within and between groups. Now, the reason why we selected this theme expression is that we are sort of we belong to Facilitators Association, Facilitators Community, but there are many other agent or neighboring the practice communities, such as consulting, let's see, mentoring, coaching, those stuff. And also we are separated from visible or invisible boundaries like value, cultures, gender, ethnicity, geographical area, and so forth. And also generation gap is is in my case. I'm old guy, so I'm very interested in this topics. But anyway, so suppose we sort of bridge boundaries within and between groups. Then what's going on? What will happen? And we thought that we'll be able to create sort of learning communities between those groups. So that's the reason why we selected this conference, co-creating a learning community by bridging boundaries within and between groups. Now, what I want to do today and the rest of the time before and during the conference is to explore the concept, explore this concept, co-creating a learning community, bridging boundaries within and between groups. What does this mean? What can we imagine? What can we, make difference to the future? So today we will talk about the conference theme. So this is how we developed the conference theme. Now, let me explain briefly what is Virtual Cafe, and particularly in relation to the birds of a feather on the conference stage. This is it. Now we are here. We have had two Virtual Cafe starting July the 22nd and August so forth, and we will have another cafe before the conference date. We will have IAF conference September 8 and 9. And on the first day, we will have Birds of a Feather, which actually is open space technology. Where open space technology is whoever have topics or project which he or she want to talk with peer colleagues, will propose the topics, and then those people who are interested in talking these topics will flock together, form several groups, and have a deep conversation. So that is Birds of a Feather. So before we have a Birds of a Feather session of the during the conference, we are now having a conversation, the Virtual Cafe, on the same topics. And hopefully, as we continue our conversation, the topics or themes or project which participants really want to talk during the Birds of a Feather session very much. That is the design of the whole process. Okay. I'm not good at explaining what I'm thinking. So if you have any questions so far.
Do you have questions?
Yes. Is it clear? Okay.
I have one point.
Oh, okay.
Birds of a Feather. Well, I want to know if everyone knows, whether everyone is familiar with this vocabulary, Birds of a Feather. Have you heard of it? Is there anyone who haven't heard of it? Please raise your hand. Having a question is a good thing. In an international meeting, your question may help others. Wonderful.
Okay. Yeah. I think Birds of a Feather flock together is the original expression. Our old saying, which means birds of a feather, birds of the same feather, one feather, flock together. flock together. So that means whoever have the same interest or whoever has the same topics or project will flock together, get together to talk. So we have so participants sort of self-organized group according to their interest. I think that is a concept of the birds of a feather. So that is why I say that the birds of a feather is like open space technologies, OST.
I see.
Okay. So shall we go on to the World Cafe conversation? Well, Saito-san is preparing the breakout session. So before Kurisaki-san, could you explain the first? I'll show you slides. The first question for today. This is what boundaries do you want to breach? Could you elaborate on this question, Kurisaki-san?
All right. Yes. The first question you are going to talk about in a breakout room is what boundaries do you want to breach? Most of us are facilitators or people who are interested in facilitation, but there are many variety of neighboring professions, like even teachers, counselors, consultants, and the boundaries are sometimes unclear. And this, if even facilitators community maybe will split into some boundaries, groups, like as Katri-san explained, gender, culture, values, or even geography, time zone, or specialty, and so on. So the first question we are going to attack is, what boundaries do you see and what boundaries do you want to connect? Is that clear to you? Do you have questions? Are you ready to talk? Or you are free to elaborate the question in your own way. By the way, Katri-san, could you show us the question 1? We are seeing question 2.
Question 2 as well?
No, question 1.
Question 1 is, I'm sorry. What boundaries, which boundaries do you want to breach? There are many boundaries. Which boundaries or what boundaries do you want to breach?
So you are going to see boundaries, you are going to talk about boundaries, and which one do you want to breach and why? Right. So shall we move on to the small group? Martha, please.
Sato-san, okay? Okay. All right. So you have 15 minutes for your conversation. So enjoy yourself. Enjoy your conversation. See you later.
Have good conversation.
Are we all one group?
We are going to split into small groups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you later.